This is the last playoff series that the Los Angeles Angels had won. This is in 2009 against the Boston Red Sox in the American League Division Series, a series that they swept. Since this moment, it's been 8 years since they've won a playoff series. In fact, they've only made a playoffs one time in that long stretch, back in 2014, when they had the best record in all of baseball. Loads of talent with Mike Trout, Garrett Richards, Josh Hamilton, Albert Pujols, just to be swept by a wild card team in the Kansas City Royals.
And there's a drive to right by Eric Hosmer, and it is gone!
However, due to past events, the Angels do look like they will be able to contend in 2018 for the chip. As we all know, Billy Eppler had an amazing offseason, one that's still going on, but they picked up Shohei Ohtani, traded for Ian Kinsler, and signed Zach Kozart to a 3-year deal. These moves plugged major holes in the Angels lineup and put them where Baseball Reference cites them as an 88-win team for next year. Now, I think they can win up to 95 possibly and challenge the Astros. In order to do so, they're going to need to be consistent and keep up with these reasons that I've listed throughout this video. Now, I'm making the assumption that they do pick up some bullpen help, as they lost Yusmeiro Petit to the A's earlier this offseason, but I'm sure Billy Eppler can find a cheap guy for $3 million. But now going on to these reasons. Step 1, health. This pertains mostly to the Angels pitching lineup. They need their guys healthy. They need Garrett Richards healthy. They need Tyler Skaggs healthy. Nick Tropiano, Andrew Heaney, Blake Parker, all of them. They need health for just 1 year. Now, over the past couple of seasons, most Angels fans always talk about going out and getting a starting pitcher, but really, they've always had the talent to be a very strong pitching base. It's just that they've never been healthy. Garrett Richards has only made 12 starts over the last 2 seasons, and he is the ace of that staff. He is nasty stuff and could possibly be a top 5 pitcher. Matt Shoemaker only made 14 starts last year. Tyler Skaggs only made 16 starts last year. Andrew Heaney's made 5 starts over the last 2 years. And he was in 2015, he was a Rookie of the Month. He is a big question mark, and I'm hoping he has a big breakout this year. Shohei Ohtani, now the platelet injection scared off a lot of people after he got signed, but I don't believe it'll be a problem. And along with JC Ramirez, he's a big question mark. He had the same treatment done as Garrett Richards. I believe if it goes well, which I've seen it's been going well for him, he should be available as well for spring training, so that's a good sign for them. And on top of that, they need Albert Pujols to be healthy too, and hopefully come up bigger than he did last year. You know, last year he was below WAR by 2.2, which was the worst position player rank. And on top of that, Mike Trout was out for a whole 2 months. And it's a miracle that they went 80 and 82, considering everything that happened to them last year. All their best players were pretty much sidelined or hurt. They need health, and if they get health, I'm very confident they'll be able to win at least 90 games. Now, going on to the second thing, so you're at 90 wins right now. The thing that's going to get them from the 90 wins to the 92 to the 93 is going to be, they need a breakout. They need a resurgence. And I'm looking at this, I see 2 players in mind: Ian Kinsler and Albert Pujols. Now, these 2 guys, especially Albert, had down years at the plate. Ian Kinsler, who's been 4 or 5 times All-Star in his career, pretty much had a dismal year at the plate. He still produced about 2 WAR, but he batted, I believe it was 230. And Albert, even though he got 100 RBIs, he looked disgusting. Like, running the bases, it's a joke. Shortstop are playing him 150 feet from the home plate. So seeing the reports that he's losing weight this offseason is a very good sign, and it should allow him to be healthier, knowing that he's had so many foot problems in the past with the plantar fasciitis. And Ian Kinsler, I just don't see a player of his quality struggling as he did last year. Now, if he did, it would definitely be, it hurt, but that just means someone else would have to step up and pick up the slack a little bit more. If Ian Kinsler wants to be leadoff spot, which I see him being, he needs to get on to this 270 mark in batting average and hopefully increase that on base percentage a little bit more. I also would like to see Martin Maldonado develop more as a hitter. Last year was his first year really going all in as a starter, and he had a very good year. He was actually named to the Wilson All Defensive Team along with Simmons. But this year, I feel like he can still improve, despite being 32 years old, and I see him being healthy. It's just he had a very good first half, but his second half was dismal. So if he can just be more consistent, see the ball better, and just make contact with it more, I feel like the Angels' offense, which ranked 14th in all the AL, can move to around a top five offense. The top 10 ratings are coming out this year, and I remember last year they only had Cole Calhoun for right fielders, barely made it, along with Mike Trout as number one, of course. But this year it's a lot different of a story. You see Martin Maldonado made it, Ian Kinsler made it for him, Simmons is number 4 on the shortstops. Zach Cozart, I don't know why he didn't get ranked on any place, considering he was the number 3 free agent that we got. But Justin Upton, number 4. Trout's going to be number 1. And Cole Calhoun, he's still a top 10 right fielder despite having a down year. And I do expect him to have a comeback year as well. Now, going on to number 3. Number 3 is your defense. Now, the Angels were stellar at this rank last year. They were the top 5 defensive team. They had 2 guys make an all-defensive team, along with 2 Gold Glove winners, and 4 guys who were nominated for the Gold Glove. However, this needs to be more consistent. Mike Trout, who is usually a stellar defender, he was -1 in defensive WAR. I expect him to turn that around, if not just be average this year. And Simba just continue to be, he's called Simba, but the next Ozzie Smith, because the things he does on the field is just incredible. Justin Upton, a great arm. Cole Calhoun, an amazing arm and glove. My only concern is with first base if they do the platoon between Albert Pujols and CJ Cron. Both of them, especially Albert, even if he loses weight, his defense, I still don't see him moving the way he used to. It'll probably be better, but even then, I don't see him playing more than 40 games at first base this year. CJ Cron or Luis Valbuena, and neither of them are amazing defenders, so that's a weakness. Ian Kinsler, despite being 36, he's still a great defender. Along with Zach Cozart, that'll be an interesting transition to see how he can do on third base. Otherwise, it's really just your position players. Last year, our bullpen was amazing, and if they can just, I don't expect the bullpen to be as good as it was last year, but with the signing of Ohtani and everything else that has happened in this offseason, I expect something special this season. Now, if the Astros go out and sign Darvish, then our chances at an AL West title, barring some major horrific injury, which no one wants to see, the AL West will be out of picture. But for now, I see this as a dark horse. Definitely a wild card contender, which concerns me because I hate that one game playoff. But anyways, if all that can come together that I mentioned, imagine the Los Angeles Angels, 2018 World Series champions, something they did back in 2002 against the great Barry Bonds.
The Angels, world champions.